Ask me more questions.
Yeah, more about
I'm
you.
fascinating.
More about you.
Have you noticed how fascinating I am? I know we've talked a lot about Evan, but let's get back to me, shall we?
Why don't you interview me?
All right. We'll save that for another time.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
another TFcon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ask me another something fascinating.
Okay.
All right.
So one thing I did wonder about.
Did you prepare for this at all?
No.
I didn't think so.
I used to write down questions. And,
Yeah, see, he's such a slacker now. I mean,
Yeah.
you've really slacked off. I remember the first couple of times you interviewed me, you were right there and you had your questions ready, and now it's like, well, I went camping one time and I had a nap, and that's what it's become for us now. And you folks watching, you've got to be bored to tears by now, right?
Probably.
Am I wrong?
Probably.
Probably. But keep watching. Something interesting may happen. You just don't know.
And see, that's where I have the issues now, right? Because I have kind of
issues.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
But we kind of have this rapport now
We
where
do.
we can just joke around.
That's true.
And I'm like, I think this is hilarious.
Yeah.
But are people watching, do they think it's hilarious?
Probably not.
Or are they like, I just want to know what
No.
Dan Gilvezan
Right. They're
thought.
fast forwarding to the good parts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here comes a good part.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me something.
So.
Ask me something challenging.
Okay.
Okay.
So looking back.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
So looking back at being in the booth with Frank Welker and Peter Cullen and yourself and Scatman Crothers and that core group, and being there must have been amazing. And looking back, I'm sure it's still amazing. But is it that same amazing feeling, or do you realize you're more lucky, or is it just kind of
Well, I
a
think-
day at work now?
No,
or-
no. It's never just that. It's never just that. It's always something special. Back in the day, I think in anybody's memory, like a patina of like sort of a glowing golden patina kind of settles over the whole thing. Because when you're doing it, it was work for us, and that was great, and we had a ball doing the show, because you have to understand there were 10 or 12 of us in this recording studio together, and you've got, actors, comedians, singers, stand-up guys, all vying for attention, because we're actors, we all want attention, and it was really quite something to be in those rooms, and the talent level, not to toot my own horn, but we had the best of the best. This was the creme de la creme of the voiceover community in Los Angeles who were working on these shows. So it was a pleasure, and it was an honor to be working with them. And as I said before with Frank, just being with them raises your game. Just being with someone on that level has a tendency to raise you up, because you're trying to meet their energy and their intentions and how they're projecting their lines. So it becomes a kind of a dance between everyone. It's almost like when you're on stage in a stage play, there's a real energy transference between the actor and the audience. I mean, it becomes like a circular thing, especially in a comedy, something like that. You land a joke, the audience laughs, and that feeds you, and then that feeds you to the next one, and it sort of builds and builds and builds. That's what was happening in these rooms. When Wally would let us get into a run, frequently he would stop us to do individual lines, but when we were allowed to do like runs of a scene, it became really interesting because we were all playing off one another, and I think it really added to the quality of the recordings. So yeah, and it hasn't diminished at all. As I said, a golden patina has settled over the thing. Because at the time, it was a job. We were happy. It was great, and we did our work, and it was excellent. Nobody knew this was going to go on and on and on like this. So we all feel honored. I've talked to just about every cast member is both amazed and honored that this thing has gone on so long. I've watched a few episodes just to kind of get my head in this space. They're good. They're still good. I mean, the scripts were good. The performances were good. The animation was limited for the time. A lot of it was done in Korea, so that it wasn't the smoothest and greatest animation. You can really see some of the little kinks in it. But aside from all of that, it all works. It all still works. So it's pretty remarkable.